Hi, welcome back. Please sit tall. Crown of the head reaching up to the sky. Back of the neck is long. And adjust your seat so that the crown of your head is aligned with the base of your spine. Turn your palms up. Soften the shoulders. And just begin to notice the sensations in your body. Noticing any emotions, any thoughts. And then begin to gently establish your Ujjayi breath, inhaling and exhaling through the nostrils, feeling the breath, the back of your throat. Please maintain that Ujjayi breath as you slowly begin to open your eyes. And then come down on your belly. So lying down on your belly, bring your walk your fingertips forward so that your fingertips are wider than the shoulders. And then tuck your toes under, energize your legs. And as you inhale, just begin to lift the chest up. And exhale, fold. And as you do, begin to walk your fingertips really further away from the shoulders as if you are trying to make your spine long, moving out of your waist. Keep the leg energized while the knees stay down onto the floor, and walk your fingertips over to the left. And as you do, your intention is to elongate that entire right side. Take your hands back to the center and walk your fingertips over to the right. They feel the stretch on that entire left side, keeping the legs energized, toes are tucked under. Walking your hands back to the center, and then take your arms out, way out to the side, like spider webs. Your fingertips are pressing down, elbows are out to the side. With your inhalation, begin to lift the chest up. Exhale, fold forward. Energize the legs, bring the legs together this time. Top of your feet are on the floor. Press down to lift up. Inhale, lift the chest up and lift the right leg up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, the chest comes up and the left leg comes up. Exhale, fold forward. Think about elongating the spine. Inhale, lift the chest up. Once again, press down through the pelvis, through your hips. Pause here for a moment. And then as you exhale, bring your hands right next to your chest. Lift the chest up. Press back into downward facing dog. Lifting the hips up to the sky. Pull the belly in, narrow the waist, bend the knees a little bit deeper so you can lift the sitting bones up. And gently begin to bend your knees. Inhale, exhale. At the bottom of your exhalation, walk your feet towards your hands. Inhale, halfway up, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhaling, fold forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, reach your fingertips all the way up towards the sky. Touch the sky. Exhale, hands come to the heart center. Inhaling, reach up, Urvahastasana. Exhaling, fold from your hips, Uttanasana. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, halfway forward. Exhaling, step your right foot back, your left foot back to plank pose, top of the push-up. Bringing your knees down, your chest down, your chin down. Roll your chest open to cobra. Exhaling, fold forward. Tuck your toes under and press your body to top of the push-up and downward facing dog. Pause here for 3 breaths. Inhaling, lifting the sitting bones up to the sky. Exhaling, bend the knees. Inhaling, elongate the spine. Exhale. And then slowly begin to walk your feet back towards your hands. Inhaling, lift the chest to the front. Exhaling, fold. Inhale, Urvahastasana. Exhaling, hands come to the heart center. Inhale, reach up. Exhaling, fold in half. Inhale, halfway up. Exhaling, fold. And this time, step your left foot back, your right foot back. Plank pose. Inhale. Exhale, now choose. You can do the same thing as we did before or come to the bottom of the push-up, lifting up to upward dog or cobra, and exhaling, roll back to downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhaling and exhaling. Pause here for 3 deep breaths. At the bottom of your next exhalation, bend your knees deep. Take your gaze to your hands, to the space in between the hands in front of your mat, and either jump, float, or step your feet up to your hands. Inhale halfway up, opening the chest to the front. Exhaling, fold. Inhale, bend the knees, reach up, sit into your chair. Pull the belly and tail is long. Shift your weight to your heels. Open your arms in cactus. Inhale and exhale. And now moving through this, each inhalation opens the chest. As you exhale, reach your fingertips up and straighten the knees. Inhaling, elbows out to the side, bend the knees. Exhaling, reach the fingertips up and straighten the knees. And this time, as you bend the knees, pause here. Interlace your fingers behind your sacrum. Inhale, open the chest. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, take your right foot back, left foot back, top of the push up, plank pose. Inhale, coming to your tippy toes. Exhale, bottom of the push up. Inhaling, upward dog or cobra. Exhaling, downward facing dog. Pause here for one breath. Inhale, float the right leg up behind you. Exhale, step the right foot in between the hands. Spin your back foot flat so you have heel to arch alignment, and inhale, lift up into warrior two. Soften the shoulders, reach your fingertips up to the sky. Inhaling, reach your fingertips up and bend, straighten the right knee. Exhaling, bend the right knee and warrior two pose. And moving back and forth between these two. Inhaling, reach up, straighten the knee. Exhaling, warrior two, arms, bend the knee. Each time making sure that your right knee is tracking over the right middle toe. Inhaling and exhaling. This time, pause here. Turn your right palm up. Reach back behind you, exalted warrior. Circle your hands all the way down to the earth. Float the right leg up behind you, three-legged dog, and downward facing dog. Inhale, float the left leg up. Step to your left foot in between the hands. Spin the back foot flat and lift your torso into warrior two. Inhaling, reaching the fingertips up to the sky. Straighten the left knee. Exhaling, bend the left knee and reach your arms out to the side. And moving back and forth through this. Each time you bend that left knee, make sure that the left knee is tracking over the left middle toe. Inhaling, reach up. Exhaling, warrior two. Inhaling, reach up. Exhaling, warrior two. This time pause here, turning your left palm up. Exhale, back behind you into exalted warrior. Spin your hands all the way down to the floor. Float the left leg up, three-legged dog, and downward facing dog. Coming to top of the push-up, bottom of the push-up. Inhaling, upward dog or cobra. Exhaling, downward facing dog. Pause here for 2, 3 breaths. Then bringing your feet together. Inhale, float the right leg up behind you. Exhale, step the right foot in between the hands. Spin your back foot flat. This time, begin to slowly lift your torso up so your fingertips are just floating off the ground. Walk your right fingertips over in front of the right knee, and then reach your fingertips away, just like you did at the beginning of the class. Walking your fingertips away from your body as much as you can, leaning your hips back. Then slowly begin to walk your fingertips back to the center. Come into a low lunge. Pop the back heel off the ground. Lunge pose. Pause here for a moment and plant your hands down and float the right leg up to three-legged dog. Inhale, left leg steps between your hands. Spin your back foot flat, and once again, just lift your torso up enough so that you can hover the fingertips off the ground. Then begin to walk your fingertips over to the left. Lean your weight back so you find a nice opening in the left hip, and let the head go. You're on top of your fingertips like spider legs, and really energizing both legs, walking your fingertips back to the center, pop the right heel up, come into a lunge first. Inhale, lift the chest up, and as you exhale, plant the hands down, float the left leg up, three-legged dog, and downward facing dog. Inhale and exhale at the bottom of your exhalation. Bend your knees deep and float, jump, or step your feet to your hands. Inhale, halfway up. Exhaling, fold. Inhale, reach up to the sky. Exhale, hands come to the heart center. Inhaling, reach up once again. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lift the chest open to the front. Exhale, your right foot back, your left foot back, top of the push up, bottom of the push up, upward dog or cobra, downward facing dog. Pause here for a moment. Inhaling, floating the right leg up behind you. Exhale, step the right foot in between the hands. Spin the back foot flat, this time coming back into warrior two pose. Inhale, reach the fingertips up, straighten the right knee, and then turn the right toes in, left toes out. Warrior two to the back. Inhaling, reach up, left toes in, right toes out, warrior two to the front. Inhaling, reach up, right toes in, left toes out, warrior two to the back. Inhaling, reach up, left toes in, right toes out, warrior two to the front. Move through this with your own breath. Right toes in, left toes out. Inhale and exhale, warrior two. Inhaling, warrior two to the front. Exhaling, moving through this with your own breath. Next time you are facing with the warrior two to the front, pause here for a moment. Reach your fingertips back behind you, exalted warrior. Begin to straighten the right knee so your legs are in trikonasana, triangle pose, and just reach your right fingertips forward. Your left hand can rest on your hip. Inhale, reach your fingertips forward, and then come back up to the center. And move through this with your own breath. Inhaling, reach forward, and then gently begin to bend your right knee. Shift your weight forward so you can float the left leg up behind you. So you're in an Ardha Chandrasana variation with the right hand floating up. Energize both legs. Press down through that right foot, bottom of the right foot, and then keep that left leg up. Lift the left leg up a little bit more, bend the right knee, and gently land into warrior two. Turn your body forward, pop the left heel up, come into Anjayanasana, bring your hands all the way down to the earth, and downward facing dog. Inhale, float the left leg up behind you. Exhale, warrior two on this side. Inhaling, reach the fingertips up, straighten both knees, turn your left toes in, right toes out, warrior two to the back. And moving back and forth with your own breath. Each time you reach up, the knees are straight, and each time you reach out to the side, the one knee is bent. Each time you bend the knee, make sure that your knee is tracking over that middle toe. Inhale and exhale. And one more time on both sides. Inhaling and exhaling, warrior two to the front. This time turn your left palm up, reach back behind you, exalted warrior, and straighten that left knee so your legs are in triangle pose. And then just begin to reach your left fingertips to the front. Your right hand can rest on your hip. Just reaching and straighten and lifting your torso back up. Inhale, reach, and exhale, lift the torso to the center. Inhale, reach, and exhale, coming back to the center. Inhale, reach, this time pause here. Bend the left knee and gently and slowly, mindfully begin to walk your right foot in so that you can lift, energize that right leg and lift that right leg up. And lift it up a little bit higher, really energizing both legs, especially pressing down through the bottom of the left foot. Engage the core so you can come into this Ardha Chandra variation. Maybe you can lift that right leg up just a little bit more and then exhale. Bend the left knee and gracefully land that right foot back behind you. Inhale, reach your torso forward, bend the back knee coming into Anjayanasana, planting your hands all the way down to the earth. Float the left leg up and downward facing dog. Inhale, top of the push up. Exhale, lower down to Chaturanga Dandasana, upward dog or cobra, and downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhale and exhale. Pause here for 3 breaths. At the bottom of your exhalation, bend the knees and float your feet up to your hands. Inhaling, come all the way up. Stand up to Tadasana. And as you inhale, reach all the way back up to the sky. And grab your right wrist with your left hand, fold over to the left. And then the other side, grabbing your left wrist with your right hand and fold over to the right and moving side to side with your own breath. Each inhalation lifts you up first, and then as you exhale, you can fold over to that side. And next time you're folding over to the right, pause here as you really elongate that entire left side. And what I like you to do is experiment with this. So fold forward and see that you actually feel the stretch in a different side. And then fold back and you feel the compression in the back and feel the stretch in a different body part. So see if you can find that middle portion. And then inhaling, coming back to the center, fold over to the left, and do that same thing on this side. Fold forward, fold back, and find that perfect middle ground where you actually feel the stretch in that entire right side. Shifting your hips over to press your right and folding over to the left. Inhale, coming all the way back up to the center. Exhale, lower the arms all the way back down. And inhaling, reach all the way up. Once again, exhaling, fold forward. And then I'm going to give you two options. So either take your peace fingers and grab your big toes, or you can lift your toes up, turn your palms up, and slide your upturned palms under your feet. So either Asta Paragustasana or Asta Parastasana. See which one you like to do. Allow the elbows go out to the side, soften the back of the neck. Let there be enough space between the ears and the shoulders. And then gently begin to bend your knees, coming into Malasana, garland pose. Release the hands and allow the triceps to open your knees to the side as your knees are pressing onto your triceps. Bring your hands to your heart center so you can lift your heart up, lifting the heart up through the collarbones. You can practice this or you can practice Bakasana with me if you like to. Planting your hands down in front of you, take your gaze forward, putting your knees on top of your triceps. You can either lift one foot up and then lift the other foot up, or lift both feet off the ground. Pull the heels towards your hips, round the back, pull the belly in, and exhale, lower the hips all the way down to the earth. Bringing your hands back to your heart center into Malasana, and then gently release out of the pose, taking your left foot back, right foot back, top of the push-up, and come all the way down onto your belly. Lie down on your belly, take your left cheek to the floor, rest for a moment. Take your other cheek to the floor and rest for a moment. And then pressing your hands, bringing your hands just enough in front of you so that the elbows can be directly under the shoulders. So come into Sphinx pose. Inhale, begin to lift the chest up through the collarbones, lifting your heart up through the collarbones. And you can stay here and practice, or we can practice Ardha Bakasana. So turn your left forearm so it's parallel to the front of your mat. Take your right hand behind you, bend your right knee, and grab either the ankle, palm up, or if you have more flexibility, you can twist your hands, arms so that the fingertips are um, towards your shoulder. If you like to go a little bit deeper, you can press your left hand down and lift the chest up a little bit more. Bakasana. Exhale, release out of the pose. And the same thing on the other side. Come into Sphinx pose first, then turn your right forearm parallel to the front of your mat. Bend the left knee, turn your left palm up, and either grab the inside edge of your left foot, ankle, or if you have more flexibility, your hands can be on top of your toes, your fingertips facing your shoulders. And if you want to go a little bit deeper, your right hand can rest on the floor and lift your torso up. Inhale and exhale, release out of the pose. And then bringing your forehead down towards the floor, bend both knees and grab the outside edges of your ankle or your feet, whatever you can grab. And with your inhalation, begin to lift the chest up. As you exhale, lift the knees off the ground. Inhale, lifting the chest up. Exhale, knees off the ground. Keep bringing your knees closer to each other. Inhaling, the chest goes up. Exhaling, the knees, and then pause here. Lift both the chest and the knees off the ground into Dhanurasana. Lift up, inhale, and exhale, release. All the way back down. Rest here, or if you like to, you can do Bakasana with both legs, bringing the heels to the outside of your hips. Inhale, lifting your hips up, exhaling into child's pose. And just rest here in child's pose for a moment. Allow the low back to release. Soften the shoulders, letting go of whatever happened or didn't happen. Inhaling, sit up, and we're going to lie down on our back. So go ahead and lie down on your back, putting your heels flat on the floor, knees are bent, arms are open to the side. Then bring your right foot up, left foot up. Your shins are parallel to the floor, knees and hips are 90 degrees, taking your hands behind your head. Inhale and exhale. Just lift the head and shoulders off the ground. So see that the chest and head and shoulders are lifting up towards your knees, not your knees towards your chest. And just moving through this gentle sit up, making sure that you're inhaling and exhaling. You can practice that or begin to straighten the legs. Inhale, lower, and exhaling, lift the head and shoulders up. The legs are going vertical up to the sky. If, if you like to, you can begin to lift the hips off the ground as you come up so that you're bringing the hips straight up. Imagine that your heels are going up to the sky, not your toes towards your forehead. Inhale, exhale, and do this a few more times with your own breath. Inhale, exhale, pause here for a moment. Let your legs go out to the side. Separate your legs wide apart from each other. Inhale and exhale. Reach your fingertips in between the legs. Inhale, exhale. Each time you come up, your fingertips are reaching between the legs. Let's do 4 more, 3 more, 2 more, and last one. And then pause here and little pulses, just straight up, reaching between the legs. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And bring your knees together, rock a little bit side to side. You can grab the outside edges of your feet, and happy baby pose sounds about perfect just about now. If you like to, you can spread your legs wide apart from each other, holding on to the outside edges of your feet, feeling the stretch in the inner thighs, maybe even a little bit on the low back. And then draw the legs together, rock a little side to side. there's one more pose you like to do before ending, please feel free to do that. We're going to go into our Shavasana, our final pose. So allow the legs to be soft, allow the forehead to be smooth, and make this a long Shavasana. Let yourself relax, let yourself let go. Letting the cheeks be smooth, the forehead smooth. You no longer need to control your breath. Just allow the practice to integrate within your body. As you're ready to come up, gently begin to wake up your body, inhaling and exhaling, deepening your breath. You can wiggle your toes, wiggle your fingertips, and rolling over to one side, rest for a moment. And then sitting up tall. We're going to set an intention here for the rest of your day. So bring your right palm up and place it on top of your right knee. Take your left hand and almost like you're taking it across your body and letting your heartfelt desire be moved through your body and rested on top of your right palm. So your left hand is resting on top of your right palm. And then allow whatever your heartfelt desire is, whatever you want to see manifested this week, today, this month, allow it to become in the present moment, as if it's already here. It already exists. Let that reverberate in your body, then bring in your hands to your heart center. May you all flourish and thrive. Thank you for allowing me to share this practice with you. Namaste.